Okay, hello, welcome to episode 70 of No Holds Barred Pod. That's Sal Dodgson over there.
And that is Don McGowan in his very lovely shirt today.
Yeah.
Summer's nearly here.
Shirt. Yeah, I know. It's still cold though.
Pod anniversary shirt.
Yeah.
Got a t-shirt on under and a blanket.
It's lovely and sunny, but it's not that warm. But yeah, anyway. Weather forecast updates as they happen, as usual.
Without a cat this week.
Yeah. Welcome back to everyone. New listeners, old listeners, young listeners.
Hope you're well.
Any listeners, really.
Keeping your pecker
We're
up.
happy to have you along. So,
where do we start? Oh, actually, I went to Manchester at the weekend.
Yeah.
And a very strange thing happened to me. Very strange thing happened to me. Went to the, the Paul Golding march for...
thing.
I don't even know what they were marching for, to be honest. St. George, was it? The Palestinian-Turkish fella?
Yeah, I think so.
I have actually watched them being quizzed by somebody who they wanted to know why he was there because he was a black man. So, ooh. And he's saying, what are you here? Because they were like, are you with us? Are you part of this? And he's going, what is this? We're here. And he's like, yeah, what are you here for? For England. And he's like, what does that mean? Well, it's for England, isn't it? Are you with us or not? I don't know what you're marching for. For England? Are you stupid? Okay.
It's the Take Our Country Back brigade, isn't it? From who?
Did you see the video of Golding? Because a video came out I saw one last week of Golding screaming at his girlfriend who was cross with him because he beat her. He then confessed to beating his other girlfriend and said it was okay, though, because she was to see you next Tuesday. Then come Saturday, a video appears of him shouting at a woman from his own side. And he starts abusing her.
Yeah. He's a nasty piece of work, that man. Yeah, he's horrible.
He's not right.
Yeah, I think I saw some posts Louise Royd put out about him, and
he's a disgrace. However, very few of them turned up. It looked like a lot of them because they brought loads and loads of flags.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Have you seen the picture I sent you that Nina took?
I assume I have.
Nina, we had to be quite creative because we're both quite diminutive ladies. We couldn't quite get her up on the bin, and both of us had forgotten we're in our 50s. Yeah. So she did it another way. I'll send it to you now and you can put it up on the screen, but you can see.
I will.
That it's basically like we outnumbered them considerably. Oh.
No, you only sent me one photo from there.
I had to look away from the gallery then, and you'll learn why later, viewers.
Scroll past it very quickly. Yeah, you only sent me the one from there, and it's you with a very interesting guy.
Oh, no, well, I've just sent you the one I was talking
about.
I've got that now.
Cool, right.
See the white flags right at the back?
Yeah.
That's the thousands of people they claim to have had.
Oh, God. Right.
All the people in the middle were us because they kettled us.
Yeah.
I used to live in Manchester, so I was quite creative with how we did things because GMP were diabolical. They were so disorganised. I am amazed it didn't cause a riot. They just didn't have a handle on it the way Merseyside did at all. But I know all like the alleyways and the back streets and stuff, and we were trying to sort of cut them off from marching, which they didn't manage to do. But we ended up in their kettle, which wasn't ideal. It really wasn't ideal. And then so we're at the side of the Manchester Met Hotel, and we're sort of, it's like a crossroads where you've got Oxford Road, and then the Met Hotel sort of goes up St. Peter's Square, so it's sort of the main road, and then there. So we're on this little corner here, because as long as I'm in the locale of police, fine. Try what you want. They're all literally recording everything. Do what you want. Knock yourself out. So we just stood there, and I've got my tea towel, which turns out is quite the bait for these people. They don't like seeing what they think is an England flag that says "Don't be a racist gobshite" on it in black and white. It's very upsetting to them. But we were trying to get back to our lot, but the police wouldn't let us because we're stood there going, "Oh, we're this is a bit tricky." Looking, ooh, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And okay, and then we turned round, and full credit to the kids are all right, man.
Yeah.
Manchester Youth Coalition of Anti-Fascists came up behind us.
Oh,
and it was very, very weird because they are all intent on masking up. Now,
yeah,
you do what you want. That's not for me. I'm defiant.
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong. I have no intention of doing anything wrong. If you want to arrest me, I'll see you in court, whatever.
Here I am. Yeah.
But they came up behind us and it was really bizarre because they were all masked up and they're all dressed in black. There's like, what are them charts?
A Venn diagram.
Yes, it's like a Venn diagram, and in the middle are the youth, and you can't tell who's who because they're all just dressed in black and masked up.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like, but then it was, I think it's been organised by like the Socialist Workers' Party because there were a lot of red flags and people dressed in black with like bits of red. But it was so weird because as we were sort of, not just at that point, but as we were walking through the streets trying to figure out how to cut them off, there's just swarms and swarms of youth all masked up. And you would generally be terrorised, but because we knew they were sort of with us and for us, it was lovely.
Yeah.
You felt safe because they were literally taken on the front line so that everybody else could sort of do their bit,
sort themselves
strategy.
out, yeah.
The kids are all right, man.
The Antifa kids, brilliant job. Yeah, I've seen videos of a lot of them.
I'm getting emotional when I feel happy now as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of videos of the Antifa kids going around like ripping flags down and stuff, which is they're doing it pretty well.
I don't necessarily agree with all the tactics at all, but then they are kids living in 2026. I don't know what that is. Like they don't know what it is to be a 50-year-old woman in this age. So
at least they're trying.
They're
trying something. Yeah,
they're getting off their arses, man, and they care.
Yeah, exactly.
They really care.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then. So while Nina and I stood, and I think she'd just taken a photo, and then she was chatting to somebody, and then I ended up somehow chatting to somebody young fella about, I don't know what it was, and I just looked to my left, and Josh Widdicombe was stood there. And when you're like, I swear to God, someone's going to wake me up and it's going to be the year 2000, and I'll be like, thanks. But no, anyway. So
Josh
I
Widdicombe
turned
off
round,
the telly. Yeah.
And I can't help because you're a divergent business. He just went, oh my God, Josh Widdicombe, I feel like I know you. And he just went, yeah, hiya.
Yeah.
And I went, but as with Boris and his Liverpool bullshit, I will pull people up about things that I have an issue with. And I have been bursting to bump into one of them for years to find out why the last leg is such a wishy-washy pile of shit. Because it is. It's the only platform we have. We've been under the cosh for 16 years. They're still making money and earning loads of money for doing a great cushy job, while disabled people are being further crippled. I've got a problem with that.
So did you bring it up?
So, fuck yeah.
And?
But you see, yeah. Face to face, I'm actually, turns out, and I'm starting to remember this, I'm actually quite good at talking to people. When my anxiety's out the window and I'm like in a comfortable place, I can have a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I've got to ask you, I've been on the last leg since it started. I haven't watched it for a few years now. I said, because we had the whole Tory thing. Now we've got Labour in who are doing worse to disabled people than the Tories even did. How is it still going on while you're all just sitting there letting it happen? Basically. Wasn't rude or, I'm just like, what gives? Makes me dead sad because he looked defeated.
Did he?
And he just said, we're so limited by what we can get away with that we're stuck. We're doing what we can.
Hamstrung.
And so I'm a bit like, okay. I mean, I get it. In his shoes, I get it. But the problem remains and it's getting bigger. So what you're doing isn't work. I didn't say that to him because he just looked so sad. He just looked.
That's a shame.
He looked like ill. He just looked so pale and sad and like dejected. But he was lovely. He was so lovely. He really was a nice guy. And then he said, can I get a photo of you with your flag? And I'm like, really? Okay.
And we should put that in now so you can have a look at Sal with Josh Widdicombe. There you go.
Oh, that.
Up on the screen. Yeah.
I haven't got a
that one
photo of me with the flag.
No, but you got
scowled
your
on
selfie.
purpose.
Yeah. This is disapproving.
Don't be racist, bullshit. I can't remember. So gobshite.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, it's
that,
such
yeah,
a cool
that
thing. So was he there for
weird.
the protest, or was he just walking past?
I think he's like you. He's a snapper. He had an old cannon.
Right, you said.
So whether it's his hobby or not, I've no idea. But he was there. He was there in number. He was, he got off his arse and he came down. He was stood on the right side. Play. That's all you need.
Yeah, fair play, definitely. Well, big up Josh Widdicombe, but you need to be doing more.
It's funny though, because the young guy I was chatting to came over. I think I was fiddling with my phone because I said, I'm sorry, I hate asking, but do you mind? He was like, no, it's sound. And the young guy came over and he was like, he said to Josh, he said, I'm really sorry. He said, I know your face, but are you a famous actor or something? And I just looked up and I went, oh, apparently he tells the odd joke here and there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, bless.
That must be disheartening for him, seeing as he's on telly every week, but yeah.
Josh Widdicombe's nearly our age. This lad was about 19.
But he's still on every Channel 4 every Friday night, isn't he? So,
don't watch it.
No, I haven't watched it for a while, to be fair. I used to love it. I used to really watch it a lot.
But just saying, this is how I'd behave also if I was in local government. Vote for me.
Yeah. Vote Sal for the Greens in, what's your constituency again? Eccleston.
Eccleston in St Helens.
That's the one. Eccleston.
Very annoying woman, Reform UK.
Yeah. Yeah, we might come on to that
shortly. I'm about to become a very annoying woman for Reform UK, aren't I? Anyway, sorry, Don, do go on.
Here you are. Shall we go on to Reform then? Reform Roundup TM.
Yeah. Because we will be ending with a bombshell.
We will. I changed a bit of our online descriptions as well this week when I changed the logo to include things about Reform TM and James O'Brien nicking it. So yeah.
Excellent. Let the record speak.
Yes, exactly. So Reform. Oh wow.
Breaking news.
Maybe. Breaking news. Yeah, indeed. Lee Anderson just got kicked out of the House of Commons for calling Keir Starmer a liar, which is absolutely hilarious. But as Sal's miming, also Zara Sultana got kicked out of the Commons for calling Keir Starmer a liar. So it's a weird confluence of alignment that those two are now in the same boat.
See, I'm in a very difficult position now.
Yeah.
Because I respect what Zara Sultana did. I will never respect that man, whatever he does.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? Even though he did exactly the same thing. I know, it's strange.
Fuck off.
And he's, because he basically said that he was lying, and then obviously Lindsay Hall stood up and went, no, you can't say that. And then he said, I assume the member has retracted, and then Lee Anderson stood up and said, no, I will never retract that. Then he pointed at Starmer and he went, that man can't lie straight in bed. And then he got hoofed. So
that's my fucking line as well. Right, here's the thing though. Zara Sultana did it out of principle. That prick's doing it for clicks.
Yeah,
and headlines. That's it.
That's very true. Because I saw briefly in our little break between episodes, Farage had reposted it going, yeah, see, look what Lee Anderson did. So it was obviously a big setup. So, as with everything in Reform UK. Which brings us nicely on to my story that I broke a couple of weeks ago about them fixing their competition took a turn over the weekend, which is interesting.
Hilarious.
Sabri Sun Miller, who's a journalist at The Telegraph, had done a bit of an investigation into this. And Sabrina, she is Sabri Sun _ Miller. Basically, she has discovered that, well, when I first broke the news and I put the house on Twitter, on X, I'd done a Google Street View on it, and I saw that the road goes like that, and then there's a road that crosses across it. So there's two parts of St Marlow Road, which we can now say.
Like the St George's flag, Don.
Very much like the St George's flag from above.
Which I forgot to mention, you can pop this up as well. I had a ding meal last night, and the St George's flag appeared to me in the mash. So, yeah, another breaking story. I'd forgotten about that.
Why was it red?
It wasn't. I'll send it to you. It wasn't red, but it was. I'm telling you, the St George's flag appeared to me in mash.
Maybe you're the saviour.
Carry on about your crossroads. Sorry to interrupt again.
Yeah. So anyway, so Marlow Road, where June and Ray live, who won the prize, is split in two by a road that comes across. You all right?
Yeah, just every time I open my photo gallery now, I have to look away.
Yes, we will mention that in a minute as well because it's interesting. But it turns out that they haven't put letters through everyone's door on the street saying congratulations, you won free energy.
How queer!
I know, isn't it? So particularly the ones on the sort of bottom end of the street after the crossroads have no one on that one so far has been offered money. So what he seems to have done is bisected the street by the crossroads and just gone up the way, so it's about 9 houses.
That's not how that works. That's not how planning works, is it?
No, he said everyone on the street, and the street includes both halves of the street. So yeah, that was the latest.
Everyone who lives on the street,
tale.
asterisk, in June's house.
Yeah, basically that's about it, I think. So
shit. Yeah, like they haven't got enough money. It wouldn't make a jot of difference to them. They're sick.
I know, it's crazy. And Nigel Farage. No. Oh my God, that's re-engage my brain.
There's so many to remember, love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all 8 of them. Reform UK posted Reform UK posted on X last night and said this is fake news. So that's what they said. Full on Trump. They just called it fake
people
news.
who haven't been paid have been paid.
Yeah, they said what they said was we fully intend to pay for those ones as well. Whether they will do or not, who knows? But they got fucking caught out cheating again. And they've called it fake. They called the Telegraph fake news, which is shooting yourself in the foot slightly. Being as the Telegraph were the ones that paid for about 3 of their big press conferences last year were paid for by the Telegraph. So yeah. Anyway, who knew that the Reform Prize winners competition was a fix? Well,
you knew.
Yeah, and as we said on the last episode, if you didn't, it's had cut through this story. It really has. As we said before, it's
why we started this podcast, Don.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting there. We are getting there. It was on Have I Got News for You on Friday night, and got a shout out for Gemma and Marina as well because they covered it properly.
They did an epic shout out for us, didn't they, on the troll? Bless them. Thank you very much, Gemma and Marina.
Yeah, go listen to the troll as always. But they did. They shouted us out. They shouted Sal out. They called us. What did they call us? Web vigilantes or something.
Vigilantes? Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. It's the hat, isn't it?
It's the hat.
I prefer the resistance, if I'm honest. I shall say this only 1,000,000 times.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, shout out to the troll because they went in on it properly, and I said thanks to Marina. Yeah, I said thanks to Marina, and she's like, "Oh, it was the least we could do with all the good work you did." So I was like, "Oh, thanks." So that was nice. So what else with Reform? Oh yeah, so calling the Telegraph fake news is obviously Trumpian, but the comparisons with Trump kind of raised their ugly heads over the weekend when Reform announced they were going to set up detention centres. For detention centres, read concentration camps, clearly, because they are following the Nazi playbook, as I wrote about. But it's just another Trump MAGA thing, isn't it? It's a detain in deport kind of situation, which then was followed up today with a re-announcement of a policy that they've announced, I think, 3 times already, because they keep running out of things to say, about deporting every illegal, again, in inverted commas, asylum seeker. And what's made this one different today is they announced that they were going to go back over the last 5 years and reassess every single asylum complaint case.
Oh my giddy. No, they're not. They're not.
No,
and do you know
not.
how I know they're not? Because it's all the government can do to process what they've got, let alone go back and recheck them all. Shut up. Get out. Piss off.
I know.
Sorry, but come on.
Yeah, so they said that was their big thing today, was Zaya Yusuf and Farage announced that they were going to, the last 5 years, they're going to go over every asylum case, reassess each one. Now, I put a video on Twitter earlier of Danny Kruger from December of last year announcing that they were going to cut the civil service by 60,000 people, staff. And those two things in my head don't line up, because who's going to do the reassessing of their asylum claims of every asylum? They're going to need about 60,000 civil servants. And they said they were going to save £5 billion from cutting 60,000 civil servants. And then today they've announced that they're going to spend billions it would cost, because imagine the amount of legal cases that would be launched against them for people who are now lawfully and legally settled in the UK. It's just fucking bullshit and the highest order.
It's utter bullshit. Yeah, they're scratting.
They really are. They're properly.
Yeah,
it's a bit like that, isn't it? And with Richard Tice is seriously on the ropes with his tax stuff, because who knew if the might of the British journalistic empire actually took them on, they'd find out. I wrote yesterday, I think it was, that if the journalists actually did what Gabriel Progand and Dan Needle have done, reform wouldn't exist by this time next year.
Yeah.
They'd be dead. They'd be gone.
Yeah.
Because the amount of skeletons in their closet is just insane. I mean, and if every credible outlet and journalist actually went, oh, we're going to have a proper look into them, reform would be finished, completely finished.
Yeah.
And as I said this morning, there's us, there's Mr. Ethical, there's One Finance Guy, Reform UK Exposed. We've been doing this for a year, 2 years now, and we've never been wrong. And now finally, people like the Times, like Gabriel Progand, are actually catching up to us, what we've been doing. So, and I said on my Twitter post, it's like, the journalists in the room with these Farage need to be asking these questions, and if they're not, somebody put me in the room with them, or you in the room with them, and we'll ask the questions. So good on the Times for looking into it, but it's like, get a fucking move on. I mean, they've done a decent job.
The Times have had it since probably you released it, and they've been sitting on it until it suits their fucking strategy.
Well, I think
everyone's got a game plan, mate.
They're drip feeding it a bit, aren't they? Because this is the third thing they've found on Tice's tax. Go on.
Alls I know, and I always come back to it, is having one of my naiveties knocked out of me when I was working at The Spectator, when I discovered that they knew Boris was having an affair with Petronella Wyatt for years, and they sat on that while he was leaking to them as a bribery. And he eventually ran out of things to leak to them, and that's when that story dropped.
And they dropped it.
And that's when I went, oh my God, is that how it works? Jeez, I'm literally in the room, and this is how the British...
Yeah.
I knew then we'd have problems. And that was 25 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. As you said, we've been talking about this for a year on this podcast, and we've been talking about it for a hell of a sight longer online, and as I said, we've not been wrong about one thing yet, I don't think. And we have predicted many, many things and broken some things. And I mean, Tice's tax affairs are a fucking shit show. He's been avoiding tax like there's no tomorrow. Careful what we say.
Is he getting legal with Dan Needle?
No, okay, I was going to come on to that. So yesterday, Robert Jenrick went on GB News to talk about, I don't know, whatever. And Camilla Tominay... Yeah. Camilla Tominay asked him about Tice's tax. And he basically said...
sorry, I thought you meant Tice went on with... Dan Needle went on with Camilla Tominay?
No, Robert Jenrick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And he basically said, oh, we can't really discuss it. It's too complicated, he said. Richard Tice is a businessman. He's run hundreds of companies, and he's overpaid his tax. And Camilla Tominay went, oh, okay, fine, and let it go. And that was it. So then...
Hard-hitting journalism there by GB News, was it? Or whoever it was.
The thing is, she used to be she was on the right, but she was a credible journalist, Tominay, at one point. But she's now...
They're propagandists, that's it.
They are now. So... Dan Needle challenged her on X this morning and said, why didn't you push this? Why? This is bullshit what you said. And she went, oh no, we were told by the lawyers that Tice is about to sue everyone for publishing this information. And Dan Needle went, No, he's not.
You're lying. Yeah.
He's admitted that what we found is correct. He's not suing anybody. Why didn't you push it? She was like, oh, I was told by the lawyers. So they've got...
He's my friend.
Basically, Camilla Tominey, who was once a journalist of some note, now lying in public to prop up reform. It's just mad. So, go on.
Sorry, I'm just digging in the depths of my brain. I saw a tweet yesterday. Nicholas Lissack.
Yeah, he blocked me.
Got arrested in France. He went over to go and upset the migrants, yeah. He got arrested in France, and the guy, he went over with like a film crew and got arrested by the gendarmerie. And
good.
The guy who came along to bail him out is one of their grifters who I'd never really heard of before, I don't think. I retweeted it yesterday. And this guy is apparently like Mossad, basically. He's paid by Mossad.
Yeah.
But he was at some reform event. And he was going around filming this pub at this like big reform event where all like the heads of like Alison Pearson was there.
Right, yeah.
And maybe Darren Grimes and Dan Wootton, those types.
That lot, yeah.
But it was like, it looked like a not very busy pub, so I don't know what the event was. But they're all just a club of terrible people who hang out together.
Yeah, they are. They 100% are. Yeah, GB News occasionally tries to put a sort of facade up saying, we're credible, but they're really, really not. And
behave.
Dan Needle really went for Camilla Tominey this morning. He was like, no, this is absolute bullshit. Tice is not suing anyone because he's admitted liability, exactly what he's done. So, what I did find funny yesterday on Tice was that his partner, the lovely Isabel took to Twitter to defend her man, and she said yesterday, the Sunday Times campaign against Richard Tice is deeply disappointing, and it is also a measure of Reform Party success. Nigel Farage.
We didn't see it coming.
Yeah, true. She said Nigel Farage and Richard are coming for the establishment, and they're terrified.
You are the establishment, you imbecilic bitch! Jesus!
Couldn't be any more fucking establishment if they tried, those two. Jesus Christ. So I went and had a quick look on Isabel's profile, and I found a tweet from September 3rd, 2025, where Isabel said, Angela Rayner did not make an error. She was very deliberately set out to avoid stamp duty on what she now acknowledges is a second home. If her own government was not so hell-bent on taxing everyone else, she might get away with it. So I was like, Isabel, this is you, right? You're saying that it's okay for your partner to do this, far more serious stuff than what Angela Rayner ever did.
And they were calling for her head.
Yeah, exactly. And Richard Tice, someone said to me, Richard Tice didn't call for Angela Rayner to go when all this was happening with their stamp duty. So I found a video from Sky News where he did indeed say that Angela Rayner must resign. So why Tice is not resigning? Well, because they don't give a shit and they get away with it, and they moved the story on as quickly as they possibly could today with this new asylum bullshit that they came. Well, not new, but anyway,
the numbers are down, aren't they? So it's not really a thing they can use much anymore.
No, what, the small boats and all that sort of stuff, and asylum stuff. Yeah, it is, and it's something Labour have actually worked hard at and have had success in doing that. Some might say a bit kind of aggressively, but they've actually done what they set out to do, which was reduce the asylum claims and all that stuff in boats. Yeah.
So, processing them, because lest we forget, the Tories froze processing and left these poor human beings in limbo for years, not able to work or do anything. It's disgusting.
No decisions.
It's inhumane and cruel and disgusting.
Yeah. So I've got two more reform things. I was contacted by a friend on Twitter over the weekend, Sharon Wafer, which is a great name. I'm not sure. I think she's American and lives in the UK, and she asked me a question about a reform candidate is it Knowsley or Knowsley?
Knowsley.
Yeah, Knowsley. Where's that? It's Manchester, isn't it?
It's about a mile that way.
Is it?
Knowsley's where the Safari Park lions I can hear in the summer sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's Knowsley Safari Park.
Safari Park.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then he might be on your ballot paper then.
No, different. It's a different borough.
Different.
This is St Helens. That's Knowsley. They're two different boroughs.
Well, I'm not going to say his name until probably the next episode because I've got something to confirm. But she said,
told me this?
Well, I sort of hinted at it, but she said, yeah, it's a Zimbabwe guy. So
I didn't know he was local.
Yeah, I didn't know Knowsley was that local to you. Oh, you could probably go and have a look for him. Okay, I'll tell you the name off air, but because I haven't confirmed this yet. But
I'm not being funny, Don. I reckon I'll be able to find him.
I'm sure you would if he's that local.
But if he's Zimbabwean.
Yeah, he's got a very distinctive name, which is why I think
not Mick Jones.
I found. No. Anyway, we'll save it until I've confirmed it. But she said to me on Twitter, she said, can you find, is this guy real? Do you know anything about him? I said, I don't know, but I can have a look. So I found out he is very much real. He used to be a Tory candidate in various areas around there, Rochdale, Kirby.
Rochdale's not round it.
No, Rochdale's Manchester way. Isn't it?
So he's a bit of a Mandy what's it?
Who's that?
Oh, Mandy Clare. Went round all the parties till they found somewhere that would vote for her.
Well, anyway, it looks to me, and I'll have to confirm this, but everything's stacking up, that he was possibly involved in some Zimbabwean governmental corruption in 2000 and was forced to resign from the Zimbabwean government. So, story to follow.
Not good enough for the Zimbabwean government.
Story to follow on that one. And when I find out 100% certain, I'll obviously sort of drop the name out on Twitter and write about it, and I'll tell you in a minute. But you can go knock on his door. But yeah, so
I'll get someone else to do it. I do that now.
Yeah, got your
joking.
connections.
I'm still
now.
not quite up to that, but yeah, I have friends who do things.
Yeah, talking of people with friends that do things, Farage lied again today. Said he has got made a deal with the Taliban again.
What?
Well, he said he's going to send people back to Afghanistan. These asylum seekers that he's going to reassess, which he isn't. But he said this before. It was just another thing that he's lied about more than once because he said
he's just saying words, isn't he?
He said he'd been in contact with the Taliban, and that he'd had an agreement with the Taliban that they could return asylum seekers. No, you haven't. Nobody.
Who
hello?
in the Taliban did you speak to exactly?
Exactly. Hi, is that the Taliban? Yeah. Oh, good. Can I speak to your immigration department, please? What the fuck? Obviously, he's not speaking to the fucking Taliban.
But even if he was, I'm sure he was one of the people who jumped on Jeremy Corbyn for conversing with Jerry Adams. I couldn't get Jerry Maguire out my head. Jerry Adams and Martin
McGuinness.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, notwithstanding, if you don't communicate with people, you won't get anywhere. You have to communicate with people, regardless of whether you like them or not. If you want to meet an end, you've got to just collaborate. So I think people should be talking to everybody to try and, not in its case because they're just stirring trouble. But it's just bollocks, isn't it?
Yes. But I wrote this morning, I think, he said this before, and it's a lie designed to be unfact checked. You can't fact check that because we know nobody can. Exactly. Nobody can call up the fucking Taliban and say, oh, did Nigel Farage speak? It's just the press department of the Taliban. So we can't, no one could prove him wrong. But we know he's bullshitting, as obviously, because nobody's fucking ringing up the Taliban. But anyway. One funny thing, reform-based, is Ian Dale from LBC put a tweet out this afternoon saying, I've heard reports, and credible, he said, that Matt Goodwin is going to be parachuted into Great Yarmouth for the general election to put up a fight against Rupert Lowe. I was like, fucking hell, even reform hate Matt Goodwin at this stage.
Fash on fash again. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, but
keep it up. Keep splitting that vote, dickhead.
I know, but I mean, he's not going to lose. He's not going to win, sorry. He's going to have 2 fucking by-elections. under his belt that he's lost. But I think Reform are like, yeah, fuck off, Matt. Please, we've had enough of you. You're being really irritating.
Did you see him the other day? He put a picture of himself on Facebook in the bookshop, complaining that his paperback wasn't out on display while he was stood at the hard book table.
Yeah, I saw that. It's
PhD, you say?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Just not so bright, Matt GPT, is he? Yeah, I saw that one with him standing next to all the hardback books going, where's my paperback? Turn around, walk to the back of the shop. Sorry, yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say, speaking of hard.
There's too many easy innuendos in this story, but I'm going to let you tell it.
I didn't, that I was tipped off.
Again. What?
Again. It's what happens when people know that, you out terrible people. They tip you off. And so, I don't even know which angle to come at this from, but we have breaking news, viewers.
That's what she said, as Michael Scott would have once said. Look, actually, there he is. Can you see that?
Can't quite see.
That's what she said. That's what she said. I might just keep it here for this segment because it's Michael Scott. Funko Pop. My son got it for me.
That's great. Apart from the fact I don't know who Michael Scott is. Why didn't you bring it up on bloody 69?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's, oh my God, what's his name? Steve Carell from The American Office. I
can't bring myself to watch that.
Oh, it's amazing. So much better than the original. I've watched it like 10 times over. I love it, The American Office, yeah.
See, I really loved The Office, but I've gone off it since Ricky Gervais became a twat. So.
Oh no, Steve Carell as the Gervais character is so much funnier.
Yeah,
so much funnier, yeah.
Oh,
and Ray Wilson,
one of one day after I've got to get a break.
It's on Netflix, yeah. Anyway,
so,
sorry, go.
As most of you will probably already know, Twitter is a bin dip in sight, full of all the worst things on the planet, and Musk doesn't give a shit.
No.
What it can also find on X is porn. Now, I don't have an issue with porn, but I do think it should be kept in the porn place.
Thing, it's just that. It's putting it out. God, yeah. I don't know. So, yeah. Did you see Palantir's post on X yesterday?
No.
No?
Oh. No, like I said, I've been like a bit...
I was just moving things on, but...
Busy, that was the word.
Yeah. Is that enough for Reform this week? I think it probably is, isn't it?
That's all I've got. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She says. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll move it on then just to Palantir quickly because I'm conscious of the time as well. Palantir put out a post yesterday, Saturday. And it says, they introed it and they said, because we get asked a lot, and then they've posted a 22-point manifesto. And it's called the Technological Republic. And I'm not going to read it all out because it's long. Basically, point 5, the question is not whether AI weapons will be built, it's who will build them and for what purpose. Number 6, national service should be a universal duty. Number 7,
war pays, doesn't it? Fuck you.
This is exactly it. No, number 7. If a US Marine asks for a better rifle, we should build it, and the same goes for software. And it goes on and on and on. And it's things like the psychologization of modern politics is leading us astray. I mean, it's just post-war neutering of Germany and Japan must be undone. That's an odd one because they're not neutered.
Did Alex Karp write this? It sounds like Alex Karp.
It is exactly. That's who it came from, Alex Karp. Silicon Valley must play a role in addressing violent crime.
The man is mental.
Yeah. So it went on and on and on. And it's just crazy. It's like a fascist manifesto. It really is. I'll
Yeah.
put a link to it below because that's.
I
You
bet
need
Carol
to read it
Cadwallader's
yourself.
having fun with it.
Yes. And it was written by Alexander C. Karp and Nicholas W. Zamiska, who the two Palantir crazies.
You can tell it's him because it's psychotic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just another step in Palantir's kind of global domination step. I mean, what tech company needs to produce a manifesto? It's particularly a fucking far right fascist, and it is fascist manifesto like this. It's all designed to bring, as you said, war pays, and they want more money to create more weapons. Yeah. That's all it is.
No.
Madness.
Get back in your box and piss off.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other thing in the far right roundup I had this week is a bit of good news. Valentina Gomez has been banned from the UK.
Finally.
Yes. So in case anyone doesn't know, Valentina Gomez is this young woman who is fucking horrible. She's really horrible. Like, she's so full of hate towards Muslims that she's just
a bit like a female American Paul Golding, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. And it's specific hatred towards Muslim people that she's well known for. And she's basically a hate preacher. And she appeared at Tommy Robinson's last flag parade in last September, whenever it was.
Yeah.
With him. She was alongside him. And then she was posting on Twitter for the last week going, I'm coming to the UK, or you're gonna, and really ranted stuff about anti-Muslim stuff. And go on.
I was just going to say, after that last rally they had last year, and she did that.
She did.
She also, there was a text exchange between her and Tel Aviv Steve.
Yeah.
And between them, they wished death on Starmer.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, actually wished death on him. And I was tagging the shit out of, like, Shabana Mahmood and the police and going, what's this? What's this? And then when she got given a visa, I'm tagging them again the other week going, she literally wished death on the Prime Minister. Why is she coming in this country? So I'm glad they finally got around to it, but Christ.
Well, yeah, because they gave her an ETA, a travel agreement, last week, and that sort of really sort of set her off.
She came on X, didn't she, going, I'm
that's
coming.
The thing.
You can't stop me.
Find her post. And yeah, so the Schadenfreude today is off the charts, but basically, let me just find it one sec. Yeah, so she put out a picture of her, there it is, her ETA. She said, visa approved, see you in May 16th in England. And she said, Keir Starmer, you're only good at protecting Muslim rape gams, try and arrest me, see what happens. England belongs to the English, not the Mohammeds, she wrote, because she's fucking horrible. And then yesterday she put out a post of her holding a small goat, a real life goat. And this is gross, but I'm going to read it. She said, I'm coming to England whether the paedophile Muslims like it or not. I don't know why Muslims are obsessed with me. I'm not 6 years old or a goat. Don't forget, this is a goat, not a wife. I mean, it's fucking sick.
It's juvenile.
Well, I don't know how old she is. She doesn't look very old. She must be early 20s, I'm guessing. But she's horrendous. So anyway, as of this afternoon, the Home Office, Shabana Mahmood, did something right. Took her time, but she did it right. And she said, no, you're not fucking coming into our country.
Finally.
You're a hate preacher. So
hats
off.
How those mutants on Saturday were allowed to march is beyond me.
Yeah, I know.
Why are they allowing it?
Because of this.
Because they like us being disrupted and fucked.
No, it's this free speech bollocks, isn't it? That's become more pervasive, like over the last few years since Brexit and the Tories, and then Reform and Farage, and now they're like, oh, shutting down our free speech.
Some free speech, Don.
Yeah.
I can't go and oppose genocide. I get arrested.
No, I know that. Oh yeah, no, you're right. The Palestine Action thing's just nonsense. It's absolute bullshit. But yeah, no, I mean, the racism has been ramped up and is ramping up for a while. But at least that's something that, you know, this woman is now no longer.
Oh God,
coming.
I'm delighted. Yeah, well done.
There's loads of people in my replies on Twitter when I posted about it this afternoon were like, yeah, they'll just put her on the big screen, cry harder, you know, the usual shit. But they won't. They won't be allowed to. They won't be allowed to broadcast her on the big screen. If she's been banned because of her hate speech, which is what they've said, they're not going to allow them then to broadcast it on a screen, I wouldn't imagine either. So I don't think so. Tommy Robinson's fucking terrified about this thing.
Seems like a grey area.
They
do not seem confident. Danny Tomo's been everyone's got to get to London. It was a 3-day thing. Now it's a 1-day thing, is it?
Yeah. No, they're not. Tommy Robinson put out a video begging for sponsors. He said, we need money.
Yeah.
The police have told us we need to pay money and stuff for security or whatever it is. So he's not confident either. And the countermeasures, the counter protests are ramping up big time from what I can tell as well. Stand Up for Racism were posting about it earlier and saying how, this is big. We're going to outdo them by, a lot. So
long chalk. I need to put on that coach, actually.
Yeah, I think they're shitting themselves, the far right, on this one, actually. I think Tommy Robinson's bitten off more than he could chew, finally, which is nice. So, yeah.
You never know. He might video link in himself, mightn't he, from Tenerife or whatever?
Well, yeah, who knows if he's... No, I think he's still in America, isn't he? He posted last week that he was going to get a meeting with Trump, but that never happened. And then...
Is there not a warrant out for him or anything?
Yeah, probably. Well, there was. He wasn't allowed to go to America, was there? But Trump overruled it for him, so...
The Israeli lobby.
Yeah, absolutely was that. The J.D. Vance lot.
I meant on this side of the pond.
Oh, well, both. They're all at it, aren't they, with that? So he was allowed to travel. But I don't know if he's back in the UK. I think he's still there, so he may struggle to get back to the UK. But I'm not holding my breath. But that march in May is going to be... It's almost less than a month away now, actually, isn't it? So I think they're panicking about it. Genuinely worried.
Good, they should be. Because it'll be the Together Alliance march.
Yeah.
Again.
Exactly. Same thing.
And then we'll see about them numbers, shall we?
Yeah, definitely. So
should we probably sign off on all of that, because we've done
I think we should,
again, haven't we? We're going to struggle now.
I know.
And I've got enough to do a third, but we'll save that for the end of the week.
Yeah, we shall. So yeah.
So please do the like, share, subscribe thing. Thank you for finding us again.
Yeah. Thanks for bearing with us through my ongoing back issues that stopped me from recording last week and the week before, but we'll keep going. But
your brain.
But we'll get this out. Yeah, Patreon will get this a day early on Tuesday. So if you want to get episodes before everyone else, join us there, which is patreon.com/noholdsbarredpod. Otherwise, wait until Wednesday and you will see us for free across everywhere. links to everywhere in the show notes, but it would be really nice if people listening will just hit the little subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything.
It would really help. I'm sure we're being
helps us
submerged, I was going to say, because I can't find words today.
Yeah.
We're being something on YouTube, but
held back.
Do you remember the other week I got that DM from a weird mutual, and it said, I'm just apologising because I've been reporting you for ages, thinking you were somebody else. Got me wondering whether we're being downvoted.
Quite possible.
Because you can't see when people downvote, so that's why I was asking you if you could go in and check the system.
Yeah,
just
I'll
a theory.
Look on the stats.
Don't know, but we seem to be really struggling when every other platform really likes us. So
yeah, definitely. YouTube is a kind of anomaly, isn't it? Because Spotify and Apple were doing really well on the podcast systems. So maybe they just don't like looking at my face.
Don't even for a second think that it's got have you seen some of the people on YouTube?
Yeah, I know.
That's how I know I can do this and how you can do this, because not only are we intelligent and we talk truthfully, we look all right. Do you know what I mean? There's some people out there, and look at GB News.
Patrick Christie. No, I shouldn't name names.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah, true.
Hate ages you.
It does indeed. So anyway, right, let's wrap it up. Thanks a lot, loads.
Have a lovely week, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. 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 Started out in Luton with a badge and a wire. Just a local informant setting bridges on fire. Stephen Yaxley Lennon had a dozen different names, playing every side of all the dirty little games. He was feeding the feds while he walked in the street, a certified grass on the Bedfordshire beat. Then he found a new hustle in a brand new face, trading in the wire for a crown in the case. Now he's screaming on the corner for the EDL line, while the white powder traces make his ego shine. Just a puppet on the string with a hollowed out soul, losing every ounce of his self-control. He's a 10-name wonder and a 5-star rap, begging for your pound from his Spanish flat. He waved the Union Jack, then he'll fly to the sun, taking every penny till the grifting is done. Yeah, he saw me Rubinstein when the money is right, but he disappears fast in the middle of the night. Yeah, he says he loves the flag and he's bold and he's brave, but he's digging every patriot a shallow little grave, funded by the lobby with the deep pocket gold, doing what he's told. Then he's bought and he's sold. He died for a desert far across the blue sea, but he won't stand a second for you or for me. Got that EU passport tucked away in his vest, while he tells the working man he's the one who is blessed. Living large in the village while you're paying the bill, sending out the emails for another cheap thrill, exploiting all the fears of the folks in the town, while he's laughing in the shadows as the chips go down. He's a 10-name wonder in a 5-star rap, begging for your pound from his Spanish flat. He waved the Union Jack, then he'll fly to the sun, taking every penny till the grifting is done. Yeah, he's called me Rubinstein when the money is right, but he disappears fast in the middle of the night. Calling all the Tommy Tarts to open up the purse. Every single donation makes the country feel worse. It's a masterclass in conning every decent man's heart, while he's tearing the fabric of the nation apart. Marching powder habits and the fake hero stance, giving every honest patriot a 0% chance. He's a parasite feeding on the anger and pain, while he's washing out the logic in the citrus-soaked rain. Don't trust a little rat with the shifting blue eyes. He's built a whole kingdom on the mountain of lies, from the terraces of Luton to the Spanish seaside. There's nowhere left for a snake like him to hide. Check the ledger, check the name. It's all just a part of the grifter's game. Keep your money in your pocket, keep your eyes on the truth. He's been the grass and the lie since the days of his youth. Yeah, the grifting never ends until he runs out of friends.